Hello and welcome once again to Schenectady Online with Joe Kelleher. And yes, I'm Joe Kelleher. Thanks so much for coming, and thanks so much for joining us here online or on TV, wherever you might be. We appreciate you having you. Tonight's topics, well, we're going to be pretty busy. We've got the one big thing that's happening and going to be talked about, I should say, at City Council next week. That's on Monday, June 9th. The big thing is going to be the casinos coming here to Schenectady, or allegedly coming here to Schenectady. It's still in the process. We're still taking a look here. There's still a lot of debate. According to City Council, what they're looking at right now is making a recommendation and a resolution to support it being here in Schenectady at the old Alco site. But there's a lot of opposition against it too, so we're going to talk about that in just a little bit, and we'll let you know where you can show up. Just before we get started on that, I want to mention and give a special thanks out to Roots and Wisdom. It's part of the Cornell Cooperative Extension. Now, last night, my wife and I were over there at the garden, which is located on Fair Avenue between Duck Pond Road and State Street, and you can't miss it. It's right there on one of the corners, right across the street from the cemetery. And let me tell you about this very quickly before we go any further. This started out to be, it was a vacant lot, and the city was going to develop it. And the folks from the Central State Street area went around to some of the neighbors in the area, talked about it, and asked their permission to put this garden there, this community garden. It's run by Cornell Cooperative Extension and completely organized by younger folks, teens. They have a children's program there, and they're doing a fantastic job. We had some of the food there last night. It was absolutely phenomenal. Jen, you guys, Sarah, you do a fantastic job over there every year, and we appreciate you going there. And thank you for the help that you're giving the community and giving back to the community as well. Now let's take a talk, and we'll look at the casinos, because that's the big thing right now. That's the big talk in the city of Schenectady, and you are going to have an opportunity to talk about it too, and we'll tell you when and where. But first, I want to introduce you to my guest this evening. He's the president of Schenectady United Neighborhoods, and his name is Bob Harvey. Bob, welcome. Thanks for being here. We appreciate having you. Thank you. I know that this is your first time on television, but there's no television here. It's just a bunch of us talking together. Your beautiful bride is over here, along with my bride and our friend Grace. And so tell us first about Schenectady United Neighborhoods. What is it?
Well, it's a coalition of 10 neighborhood associations in Schenectady. We reorganized a couple of years ago to make a stronger connection, work with the city, work with the county, work with businesses. We're very interested in economic development, in improving the neighborhoods, and getting the city in better shape, and getting stuff in the neighborhoods, whether it's beautifying it or getting rid of blighted houses. A lot of different issues that we try to deal with. We have speakers in to educate us on the various issues.
Now, I know from us talking before and me attending some of this, the Sun meetings, that not all the neighborhoods in Schenectady are part of Sun. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. And what neighborhoods are part of Sun?
10. Hopefully I can get it all straight. It starts with mine, which is Eastern Avenue Neighborhood Association. Okay. Central State Street Neighborhood Association, 12309 Neighborhood Association, Vale Community Organization, Hamilton Hill Neighborhood Association, Mount Pleasant Neighborhood Association, Bellevue Preservation. Let's see, then we got East Front Street Neighborhood Association and Goose Hill Neighborhood Association. I think that's all 10.
I think that might have been right. We there? We there. We got it.
All
We got
right.
nice
Yeah,
job.
that was
Very
good.
good.
Finally.
You are the president, aren't you?
Yeah, it took me a while. Yeah, learning curve.
Yes, it is. Well, one of the things that I had mentioned to our viewers here that we're going to be talking about this evening is the casino, and I'm not looking for a position from Sun officially. What I'm looking for, and I can tell you that I've heard probably about 90% of the folks that I've talked to are against the casino. Now, what are you hearing from the people that you've spoken to in some of the neighborhoods?
Well, first I sent out an email query getting people to poll their neighborhood members. Haven't heard from all of them. There's been a mixed reaction. Some neighborhoods I felt pretty strongly that the economic benefit, the job benefit was worth it. Others have been against it. So it's a mixed bag. David Bucco, who is the Lisi Chief Operating Officer, he's called me. He's been willing to answer questions both for myself or meet with others in the neighborhood. So I think it's still a process. Certainly, I've heard both sides.
And I know that at the last city council meeting, just it was last week, that there was a lot of discussion. They had, well, actually earlier this week, I think there was some discussion on it at the city council meeting, and the discussion was regarding giving information to the public about that. That was earlier this week, if I'm not mistaken. And we also had the folks, let's see, there was also the county meeting. There was a public forum at the county side. Yeah. And then at the city side, it was more of an informational session, but the people of the city didn't have an opportunity to speak at that one there. So my understanding is that I've spoken with the folks that I've spoken with. They're looking at some of the job opportunities, just exactly as you said. But people still are looking for more information. I think the biggest concern that I've heard from a lot of the folks, whether it be in the right here in East Front Street or Stockade area, as opposed to actually in conjunction with some of the other neighborhoods around the area, is the close proximity of the potential casino to people's homes, people's neighborhoods. Whereas in some of the other areas, they're not as concerned because it's a little bit more rural. I know that one of the discussions was the location that they're looking at in East Greenbush, which is a little bit removed from the city, whether you're looking in the town of Rensselaer or right down in that area, the city of Rensselaer, I should say. Whereas the property that they were looking at in Colvilleskill and over by exit 29 is a little bit more removed as well, where here it's right on the edge of the city. What are the concerns that you're hearing from folks about that?
Well, that's an interesting question, because even I thought it was a small site for a resort-type casino, but this is not what they're planning, because I talked to Mr. Bucco, and it's an urban casino. Rush Street Gaming, who's the developer that's doing the casino part, has done an urban casino before, and it's not going to involve a water park or a golf course or anything like that. They're going to work with the rest of the Alco redevelopment as far as the harbor goes and the apartments and retail. And it's intended to have that effect where it can fit in an urban landscape. That's their response. Now, I talked to East Front Street President Carmela Risuto, and I thought, boy, she's going to be impacted the most. Yes. And she said, no, she likes the idea. If they build it right, as far as flood control goes and remediation of old brownfield stuff, she sees it as a positive development. She's not too worried about traffic. She's hoping that can be taken care of. She sees that, yes, you might need more fire and police protection, but again, the city could afford that if the tax revenue came through.
And I think that's one of the big concerns too, and I know Carl Erickson mentioned it at some of the council committee meetings, the council meetings, is that wondering where is the guarantee of how much funding the city will be getting from that. Is there just an estimate, and how will it impact positively or negatively our tax base as well? Will the homeowners in the city and the property owners be getting some of that back in their taxes as well? I think some of that's yet to be seen. I mean, have you heard anything along those lines?
Well, Carl Erickson proposed that a certain part of the revenue be fixed, and that be, drawn towards tax reduction.
Right. If
the city council, agrees with that and goes along with that, there's some guarantee, as long as there's tax revenue going in. Right. So that's one thought. Monday at the city council meeting, that will be a public. The public can make comments.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's another opportunity.
I'm glad you went there, because that's one of the next things I was going to mention.
There you go.
We're right on the same page here, Bob. I
Sure.
appreciate it. Yeah, and that's right. Then the next city council meeting is coming up on Monday evening, and that's at 7 p.m. at City Hall. However, I got information, as a matter of fact, on the way to the studio this evening, and I think you got some of this too, Bob, that at 6 p.m. on the front steps of City Hall, there will be a rally actually against the casino. Mm-hmm. So anybody who's interested in that can go to City Hall, be there by 6 o'clock in the evening, where there'll be discussions and a rally to see if they can talk to City Council, or to let the City Council know their displeasure in having a casino here in the city. Yeah. Inasmuch, this weekend, and I believe it's already there, I got information from several people that there's a petition located at Moon and River Cafe and at Arthur's Market over in the Stockade area, where people can go if they feel so inclined to sign the petition against the casino, which will be presented to the City Council. Most of the folks are going on Saturday afternoon around 1 o'clock to Arthur's. Okay. So I know a bunch of folks will be over that way. Do you know of any, or have you heard of any events that are going on for people who support the casino?
Not any specific events.
Okay.
or petitions, but certainly I've heard from a number of people who really feel strongly about it, in favor of it. Great. As well as against. And the Chamber of Commerce has also come out with it, and I thought that was kind of interesting, because many of the businesses that are downtown signed with the Chamber of Commerce as supporting it, because one of the fears was, would the casino take away from people using downtown businesses? Right. And these folks thought not. They thought it would be positive. And
you mentioned Mary Ann Rizzuto before, and I know she was just quoted in the paper of being in support of it, as well as mentioning that she recently graduated from Schenectady County Community College with was it a degree program or certificate program in gaming? Is that correct?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I do know. I met one young woman who's in the gaming degree program there at SCC, and she's very excited about the possibility.
Yeah, and I can see where somebody from that program at CCC would be very excited about the possibility of staying right here close to home. And I can also see the potential for the negative impact on the casino as well. So it'll be certainly interesting to see. Again, if you're interested in voicing your opinion to the City Council, make sure you're there on Monday evening. The City Council meeting starts at 7 o'clock. And if you plan on talking to the City Council or speaking at the rail, you must sign the paperwork so that they can call your name up to speak. And you have to be there before 7 o'clock to make sure you sign those papers. So whichever direction you prefer to go in or prefer to speak on, make sure you're there. You have 3 minutes to do so while you're up there at the rail, and make sure you use that to your fullest potential and let yourself be heard. These are your tax dollars. This is your city. And it's your impact that's going to help City Council, who represents us, make the decision on whether to support or not support a casino here in the city. Bob, I hope you'll hang with me for a minute, because I want you to talk about some of the upcoming events that are going on throughout the neighborhoods. I've got a stack here that we're going to go through too. So would you mind hanging with me for a few minutes?
Okay.
Okay. We'll get back to Bob in just a minute. In the meantime, what I want to talk to you about are some of the other events that are going on in the city. I've got, like I said, I've got a stack of papers here. When I leave here tonight, I'm going over to the Better Neighborhoods event, and we'll get to that in a little bit of a moment. It's the Better Neighborhood Spring Fest over at the Hibernian Hall. It's at 5:30 this evening over that way. And my beautiful bride, Linda, already got us tickets, so we'll be heading over there in a little bit. And we'll get to that in just a little bit. But after that, Linda and I are heading over, at least I am. I'm not sure if my wife is going along with me, but I think she is, over to the American Legion. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about before we go into some of the community events is, and I mentioned this online too about the topics, is information about our veterans. You know, our veterans have really need our help. They've served our country. As I mentioned in our first episode, I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran and proud to be so, and the new commander of the American Legion in Niskayuna. But this isn't just about myself, and this isn't about what I've done for the community. This is about taking care of our veterans. There's lots of events that are upcoming that we want to let you know about so that you can attend these. In fact, tonight at 7 o'clock, if you're so inclined, feel free to stop by the American Legion. It's at 1809 Union Street, right on the border of Niskayuna and Schenectady. And the American Legion Riders meeting is tonight. We just started American Legion Riders chapter over that way. The American Legion Riders are members of the American Legion family. They may be Legionnaires, they may be Ladies Auxiliary, they may be Sons of the American Legion, but they must have some affiliation, who are motorcycle enthusiasts and do events and go out to events that benefit our veterans. In fact, coming up on June 21st, we've got our very first run. It's Paul's Veterans Run. It's on June 21st, as I mentioned. Registration is from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You can go earlier for breakfast, and breakfast is just $5 made to order right there. In fact, you can go any given Saturday over to the American Legion and stop in from 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. That's 8 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. On Saturday mornings, and join us for breakfast. Breakfast sandwiches are just $5, or you can get a full breakfast made to order. It includes your coffee. It includes other drinks too, and we've got some usually some coffee cake or muffins or donuts or something to that nature to go along with it if you so desire. But to get back to Paul's Veterans Run, one of our members, Michael, his brother passed, and he was a veteran, so this is a run in his honor. Linda and I had the opportunity last weekend to ride that whole route, and it goes all the way down to Cobleskill. It's an absolutely beautiful run. We had so much fun with it. We got to meet some fantastic people along the way just to test out the route and see how it went. And we got back over to the Legion and really decided that this was such a perfect run for us, and we're expecting some great weather to come up for it too, and we're saying our prayers to make sure that that continues to happen. If you're so interested, now that run also includes a chicken barbecue. It's Little John's Chicken Barbecue, and if you're just interested in the chicken barbecue, you can come out and have that for only $10. That starts at 4 o'clock in the evening. If you don't want to eat it there, you can certainly purchase it to take out. It includes absolutely everything, all the fixings, the half a chicken, and even includes the utensils. We'll throw those in for you too. And you're more than welcome to stay there at the Legion and enjoy it with us. Enjoy the camaraderie. They say thank you to a vet. If you're looking for tickets, we ask that you purchase your tickets or at least RSVP ahead of time. You can send an email to me or contact the Legion, and we'll get you that information here in just a little bit. As a matter of fact, I got the phone number right here. You can call the American Legion at 867-2632. That's 867-2632. You can also, contact me, and you can send me an email at joe@kelleherforcouncil.com. As I mentioned, so that's on June 21st at 4 o'clock is just chicken barbecue, or you can sign up for the other events going on that day. Registration for the run is from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Coming up also, we got a ride for Soldier On. Linda and I had an opportunity to ride the Soldier On run this past weekend. that landed up at the Pearl Street Jam. Absolutely fantastic. Over 800 motorcycles were there. And every one of the folks that we met were just phenomenal people to talk with and enjoy. Everybody was so gung-ho about this and in taking care and honor of our veterans. You know, the Paul's Run, this run over here, these all go to benefit local veterans. Now, the Soldier On Run is to benefit the local home that's going to be over at the Shaker site. Albany County has about 2,000 homeless veterans right now, and this is going to benefit them. This is going to help take them off the street, provide them with clinical care, provide them with educational needs, and provide them with rehabilitation to get back into the community, get back on their feet, and become productive once again. This is a debt, ladies and gentlemen, that we really, really owe them, and it's something that's near and dear to both the heart of mine and to my family, as well as my wife especially. She's out there with us every Saturday helping out with the breakfast, and I can't thank her enough for all that she does. And so many folks like our current commander, Tim Walsh, our current county commander, Claude Dutcher, their families who are out there with us every weekend and doing everything that they possibly can. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you out there on Saturday mornings. This next Soldier On Run is on August 23rd, and we'll have information up on the American Legion Riders site for Niskayuna. It's American Legion Riders of Schenectady, and you can find information, more information about that there. I've got some more runs coming up that we'll talk about in future episodes, including the 6th Annual Tri-State Poker Run that's going to assist the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association. So lots and lots and lots of things happening. But for our veterans, please, if you're a veteran of war, whether it be World War II, whether it be Korea, even Panama and Grenada, like I was, if you served during Afghanistan, Iraq, Desert Storm, any of those conflicts, by all means, become an American Legion member. We'd love to have you, and we'd love to build things back up again, not only for our American Legion, but other American Legions, the Polish American veterans, and the VFWs in the area. We want your help, and if you are a veteran and are in need of assistance, you can always contact Bill Frank at the Schenectady County Veterans Association. Check out their website on the SchenectadyCounty.com website. They've got tons of information up over there, and you can always give them a call too. I'm more than happy to help. So, Bob, we're going to come back to you because we've got a whole bunch of community events. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot about this one thing to mention over here. Coming this summer, the Veterans Miracle Center, Jezreel International, is opening the first one-of-a-kind store for qualified veterans and their immediate families. It's going to be over on Interstate Avenue in Albany. More information is available there at vmcalbany.org, and we'll have information on the website about that too. Now, Bob, we'll go back to some of the community events going on in the area. I know you have quite the list. I've got quite the list over here. Tell us what's happening with the some of the neighborhood associations.
In just a minute. First, I want to thank you and Linda and the other veterans in the community who have done so much to help veterans. I mean, tomorrow's D-Day. You know, people are really recognizing even more that we're losing veterans, and we need to help the ones who are here. So, thank you for your work.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Neighborhood kind of activities. I have a short list. I want to say that there is on the Schenectady website, City of Schenectady website, there's a list of neighborhood associations, and they have contact numbers, sometimes email addresses, and many of them now have flyers. So if you're interested in your neighborhood's activities, you can contact people on that list and get a rundown of events. Some of them are very organized and have multiple events.
Oh, good.
But in the near future, the Bellevue Preservation Organization is doing the first farmers market of the year for them up on Broadway. It's Thursday, June 12th, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's the grand opening for this summer.
Great.
The Secretary of Agriculture for New York State will be there to cut the ribbon.
Oh, fantastic.
They accept EBT and SNAP cards. They do a lot of healthy food stuff, and it's very enjoyable. They did very well last year, and they're looking forward to this year.
I know that some of the vendors that go up to the Bellevue Farmers Market are also at the Green Market here in Schenectady too. So it's another opportunity to see some of them if folks happen to miss that.
And they'll be on every Thursday, every week, 4 o'clock throughout the summer until sometime in September.
Now they have entertainment there usually too, don't they?
Yeah. They usually have some music, and that's great. It's a good show. It's fun. Bring the kids. They even have some kids games. So.
And that's right there in the church parking lot for Maranatha Ministries, correct?
Yes, I believe that's where it is.
Yes.
Okay, that's them. Now the Mount Pleasant Neighborhood Association, their speaker on June 12th, Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Faith Tabernacle Church, 1028 Ostrander Avenue, which is opposite the original pizza place on Crane Street. They're having their regular neighborhood association meeting.
Okay.
But the speaker will be somebody from the Community Loan Fund.
Oh, good.
Very active. They've recently gotten a grant through Schenectady, the CDBG. They're opening offices or have already opened office. They're out to help people try to get into a home or whatever kind of assistance that might get them over the hump. So that's a very important outfit in this town, and they'll be speaking then. The Woodlawn Neighborhood Association. They've been doing a tremendous amount of work redeveloping Woodlawn Park. And so this Saturday is a big planting and cleanup at Woodlawn Park on Kings Road, Saturday, June 7th from 9 a.m. on. There'll be water available, gloves, and other tools. So show up and you'll have some fun. Get a little exercise too, you know. Our own Eastern Avenue Association doesn't have anything this coming week, but one of the churches in the neighborhood, the Tabernacle of New Hope, which is the corner of Union Street and Morris Avenue, on June 7th, this Saturday, they're having a yard sale. What I like about what they do is they're very active in the community. They have a weekly lunch program, I think on Mondays. They reach out to members of the community. They've helped people get jobs. So, anything that can help them, fund their programs, I think is a great idea. Then you could take a walk up Morris Avenue and see the historic homes.
Oh, very nice.
Morris Avenue Historic District. So that's enough for now.
Okay, good. Well, that's plenty. That's more. That's fantastic. It's so nice to see. Now, before I go through some of these other events, how can people get involved with their neighborhood associations? Where do they go to find out that information?
Okay. First of all, I want to mention that we do have a Facebook site for Sun.
Yes, we do.
You can on Facebook you can dial Schenectady Sun, and our website shows up, our Facebook page, and a lot of people will post events.
Yes.
So that's one good way to find out what's going on. Again, on the city website, I forget how the email address goes. I think it's SchenectadyNewYork.gov.
Okay, I think it's cityofschenectady.com or something to that nature.
City of Schenectady, right. All the neighborhoods, plus not just ours, have contacts. Some of the neighborhood associations aren't working. They're defunct as far as meeting, but all the ones that are meeting have contact information, and that would be the best way to find out. To contact that person, find out what the next meeting is, and actually the next meetings are generally also there.
Good.
So you can find out what you need to know, and it's easy.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's good to know. We want to make sure that people can contact their local neighborhood association presidents. There's for some of them, there are no dues. If you're a neighbor, or if you live in that area, just contact your neighborhood association president. Tell them your concerns, tell them your thoughts, your ideas to help better the neighborhood and better Schenectady as a whole. One of the other things that's coming up, as a matter of fact, tomorrow, June 6th, from noon to 6 p.m., the Historic Stockade is having their garden tour. You can find out more about that at historicstockade.com if you're interested on going to that tour. A couple of entertainment events that are going on. Tomorrow evening, we've got Tuck and Patty are going to be at the Van Dyke. Oh, actually, that's tonight, isn't it? That's tonight, actually, for Thursday evening. We've also got this information I found out today. Spiro from the neighborhood from Woodlawn had sent me this information that they're looking for community volunteers on Saturday, June 7th, starting at 9 a.m. to help plant beds and lay down mulch in the Woodlawn Park. So if you're interested in getting your hands dirty, and I'll tell you, when Linda and I went up there last year, to help put the stockade fence in and put the planters in. We had such a great time. We met fantastic people, and it was so good to smell the earth and get your hands dirty again. They did a fantastic and beautiful job over there in the Woodlawn Park. So you have another sheet there with some information?
This is a general sheet, a letter from Gary McCarthy, the mayor, about a recent development. The city of Schenectady, in partnership with Google, is doing this Get Your Business Online.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so this way, Google is going to offer a 1-year free program to get your website listed and hosted, and apparently you can do it in 45 minutes. So if you have a business and you want to go online, and this I think is especially helpful for small businesses, which we're trying to develop in Schenectady, you can do this by going to thecityofschenectady.com, gybo.html.
Right, it's Get Your Business Online.
Get Your Business Online.
Get Your Business Online.
I think that's a good deal.
I heard about this program initially on the radio, I'm going to say about 4 years ago, and I had started to get my own business online, and now just did it back, I'm going to say, well, maybe a little bit less, about a month or so ago, and did this through the state, got lots of information. The website is free through homestead.com. Google, you can set up your email address for free. I got www.kellehertech.us. I had to get the US in there, of course, being a veteran, you know, and it really is a great draw. And they through Google, they help you boost your website. They give you lots of great information. And this is a fantastic opportunity for businesses that don't have their businesses online to get online for the cost of nothing. You know, and it takes you, and it only took me about 45 minutes, and because I had such a unique website at the end there, the .us isn't a common one, it took about an extra day because all that stuff had to propagate through the internet. So, but it finally did come online. Have that information about the farmers market right here. Thank you very much for passing that along. Here's the information about the community loan fund being at Mount Pleasant. So thank you very much again for that. The Mount Pleasant Preservation, that's good. Coming up this Saturday, we've got the 29th annual Toy Run, and that's originating over at the Sawmill Tavern, and that's down on South Avenue, right off of J Street in the city, and great benefit. The toys go to one of the local city mission. They go to help children right here in our community. And pig roast and a run starts at the run leaves at 1:30 p.m. sharp. So you make sure you get there ahead of time, get your tickets. The Girls Inc. is having their Diamonds in the Rough event coming up soon. You can find out that information. Each flute of champagne purchased, the guest enjoys a chance to win Frank Adams Jewelers Diamond Grand Prize. And let me tell you, I went to the event last year. Really great information. So make sure you check out Girls Inc. The last thing that I have here, actually a couple last things here, is the Our Own Productions right here in Schenectady is going to be holding auditions for their rendition of Pokegama Hotel. Their auditions are going to be Monday, June 9th through Wednesday, June 11th at the Schenectady Light Opera Building. That's at Quest. And right on Liberty, right between J Street and Broadway. So make sure you stop down over that way. You can get more information about them online at ourownproductions.com, I believe it is. Yep, ourownproductions.com. The Elks Riders are having a fun run to Newburgh this weekend. That's on Sunday, June 8th. They meet at 8 o'clock at the Stewart's on the corner of Route 20 and 146. Admission to the museum at Orange County Choppers down in Newburgh is only $11, and it's a great ride down over that way. They're going to take some of the side routes, so you won't be traveling on the New York State Thruway. You'll be able to enjoy some of the side routes, and if you need to stop along the way, it's a much easier access. And once again, I want to mention the Veterans Run with Little John's Barbecue. If you're interested in having that, mark your calendar, please, for Saturday, June 10th. And that's at 4 o'clock in the evening. It's only $10, $20 for the ride. You can show up nice and early for breakfast. And to get tickets, you can contact us at 382 1579. That's 382-1579. Email us at niscpost1092@gmail.com, or stop by anytime at the American Legion, 1809 Union Street in Schenectady. I want to thank my guest this evening, Bob Harvey, President of Schenectady United Neighborhoods. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you tell your friends about us. See us online at sacctv.org. Even check out our brand new Facebook page. It's at facebook.com/Schenectady Online. I'm Joe Kelleher. It's been a pleasure to have you with us. God bless you. We appreciate having you here. And thank you once again. Make sure you come back and see us. Take care.